Hey guys, Jim here. Wanted to give you a little app overview of Nintendo Today. Now, Nintendo has been really revolutionary when you think that they were the first to do Nintendo Direct, which basically bypassed the middleman, in this case the press, and brought the news directly to the fans. Obviously, Xbox and PlayStation have adapted that model as well with their state of play and various developer showcases, but Nintendo was the first. While all the other companies have social media accounts, namely through Twitter or Blue Sky or Facebook, Nintendo is trying to bring you the news again directly on a more frequent and maybe less grandiose basis. And that's what we're looking at today is the new Nintendo Today app. Now it functions as a calendar as well. You can add widgets to it as well to kind of navigate through some of the news, but it's actually a really, really cool app. So it's embedded in here with the Nintendo Direct if you want to watch that. And then there's different snippets of news articles and various pieces of fan lore and such, depending on the games you select. So if we actually jump over here first, when you first sign in, it's going to ask you to sign in with your email and your user account name, and then you get access to the site, right? Pretty standard options here. The key is your favorite game series. So by selecting the games you're interested in, you're going to get news based on those games. And they said they're going to add more later. And I have a feeling, as with all Nintendo stuff, they're going to go through and they're going to continue to add more content to it. Just like on the Nintendo Music app, which started off pretty light, but has since increased pretty significantly, at least in my opinion. You can also customize what you want the background to be, whether you want it to be some of the franchises here. Again, they don't have a ton to choose from quite yet, but they will be adding more as time goes on. But either way, when you get to the home screen here, it's going to just basically be a calendar to show you, obviously, today's date with a little animation here, what's going on based on the games that you have selected. If there's nothing going on, then obviously they're not going to show you anything. Additionally, there's an actual calendar here, which you can see some of the various events going on, which again, not really a lot going on right now. They have, they have preloaded stuff that you could check out, like when they added in all of the music to the Nintendo Music app. Those are actually invitations that went live to let you know that there's new tracks there, which is kind of neat. They also have events for particular games. So like I flagged that I was interested in F-Zero 99. So it let me know that they're going to do a Grand Prix. So if you want to like set the alarm, you can press the button there and it'll notify you when it's time. Obviously, some of the bigger events like the big Nintendo Direct, Nintendo Switch 2 announcement is on here as well. And then back on the main page outside of the calendar, like kind of gloss through it here, they have various articles. So I selected Metroid. So if you tap on this, it'll actually take you to an article that's curated here. It's got some of the original fan art, which I think is really, really cool. A lot of this art was in the Nintendo Power magazine or in the user manual for the original Metroid game. But it basically will walk you through a little history. There's not a ton here, not a lot to chew on. But it's interesting that they're adding this. And then there's some user functions here as well at the bottom. You can actually see it says copyright 1986 Nintendo. So this is lifted right out of the user manual. But there's a little thing here where you can basically, vote on if you think it's cool or fun or interesting or whatever. There's concept art in here for various games, which, as you guys know, trying to be an aspiring artist, I just eat this stuff up. These are already all screenshotted and saved to my phone, and I'm going to do my best to try to replicate these at some point. But they'll be adding more content, like I said, with some of the other games and some of the other franchises as well. But it's a cool idea. And I think really when it comes to the news piece more than anything, right? I think this is going to be their pipeline. So I would expect while they still will use their official social media accounts like the Nintendo Twitter or some of the stuff they do on Instagram, I suspect they will start rolling more stuff into here. I wouldn't be surprised if they included other things from store sales and more of the Nintendo eShop on here. I think they're trying to establish a sound social media base that networks multiple apps together. So, you know, you have the Nintendo Online app, which is kind of lame in of itself, the way the Nintendo Switch was implemented online, and the idea of communication and parties and that sort of thing was an afterthought. I am sure they have remedied that problem for the Switch too. You obviously have the Nintendo Music app now for a way to listen to some Nintendo tunes, and now you have the Nintendo Today to bring you additional content as well. So I'm very excited. I think Nintendo continues to revolutionize, and I'm very excited. I mean, if you really think of how you get news right now, outside of your favorite journalists or your favorite social media people, like for me, Wario, you really don't hear a lot from the source right away. It's kind of curated through other channels. And I think Nintendo is trying to remedy that and saying, hey, come to the source, download our app. While you're here, let's show you some of the cool games and events and contests and stuff that we have going on. And I think that that's going to lead into some eShop sales, which is where they really want you. They want your money. But this is just one way to get you to get money from them, get your money to them. So I'm excited. I think it's cool. It's fun. Download it. Check it out. I am showing it here on my iPad. That's why it's not full screen, but it looks great on your phone, and enjoy it. All right. That'll wrap up today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.